A wise historian usually stops 20 or 30 years before his own time because, like the rest of us, he can't see the wood for the trees. But I have tried in this program to say something about American civilization today, because what is fiercely in dispute between the communist and the non-communist nations is the quality and staying power of American civilization. Every other country scorns American materialism while striving to match it. Envy obviously has something to do with it, but there is a true basis for this debate, and it is whether America is in its ascendant or its decline. I myself think I recognize several of the symptoms that Edward Gibbon saw so acutely in the decline of Rome, which arise not from external enemies, but from inside the country itself. A love of show and luxury, a widening gap between the very rich and the very poor. The exercise of military might in places remote from the centers of power, an obsession with sex, freakishness in the arts masquerading as originality, and enthusiasm pretending to creativeness, and a general desire to live off the state, whether it's a junkie on welfare or a government-subsidized airline. In a word, the idea that Washington, Big Daddy, will provide. Yet I have tried to show that the original institutions of this country still have great vitality. Much of the turmoil here springs from the energy of people who are trying to apply those institutions to forgotten minorities. Now, as for our rage to believe that we've found the secret of liberty in general permissiveness from the cradle on, I can only recall the saying of a wise Frenchman: liberty is the luxury of self-discipline. And historically, those peoples that did not discipline themselves had it thrust on them from the outside. That's why the usual cycle of great nations has been first a powerful tyranny, broken by revolt, the introduction of liberty, the abuse of liberty, and back to tyranny again. As I see it, in this country, a land of the most persistent idealism and blandest cynicism, the race is on between its decadence and its vitality.
Just think really hard of what Alastair Cooke, the host of Masterpiece Theater for years over on PBS, just said here. And please tell me, seriously, in the comments, what you agree with and what you disagree with, and what do you see with your own two eyes. Now, my personal thoughts is I thought I heard this pre-2016. I'm not sure. But I do know this. To me, and based on my readings and based on how I see falls of empire from Rome to the Ottoman Empire, the big empires of world history. That's how empires fall. And look at this. Matter of fact, look at this. You can see that wealth gap that happened in 1980-ish and how everything has shifted from before 1980. A lot of that has to do with Reaganomics, big businesses getting all the monies. Had a teacher in high school, Hugh Fagan, shout out to him. The fat cats. We didn't understand what he was talking about then. Oh, we do now in our 40s. He just passed away almost 4 years ago. Rest in peace, Mr. Fagan. But we love that man. Okay? He was a middle-aged white guy, actually probably an older white guy. But he loved teaching he did not teach from the book. He said, hey, look, this is what it is. He encouraged us to get into stocks. He encouraged us to, think for ourselves. He just gave us really, really great life lessons. And for him, I salute him, because not a lot of teachers did, and not a lot of teachers will. That said, my opinion, we are looking at the fall of the United States of America, point blank. And if those words really don't sit well with you, I urge you to go research. And if you don't agree with what I'm saying, leave some comments, because there's going to be some episodes where I'm going to address some comments, and just, leave it open to y'all, because this is not just a me thing. This is not just me, myself, and I thing. This is really for dialogue, really. Dialogue. So if y'all want to say something, don't be afraid to say something.